Well, now it's just going to be...
But now it's stopped. It's stopped on the stream at least. Or did the stream just stop? Okay. Plug that back in.
Well, until it has a source, it's not going to...
But it's still doing it.
As soon as I plug that in, it does it?
Yeah.
Say again?
You're using your laptop microphone right now.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty good.
Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. No, I'm going to get my own mic going.
John, this is Lori. We don't have a mic though. The other part.
It's around. People are logged on. Here, this is the mic now. Have a lapel that we can either clip this somewhere over there on the mic stand, or we can clip it.
Check.
Whoever's reading, I should mic.
Whoever's going to be speaking, they can plug in that. And for audio, for just the acoustic, just use that thing. Save that for a speaker.
That's all we need though. You need it on her right now?
Not on it, not this. Just that little mic. Okay. little game thing on here.
Hi, Kendall.
I never met a living ambassador.
cable right when I was clicking it, so yes. It's okay. Now you're okay to unplug. I swear. I promise. Miss Kendyl Beschen, everybody. Welcome everyone to the Vital Living stage. We're going to have some announcements, some meditation, some discussion of Vital Living's project and goals. And Miss Lori Kimata, are you going to be starting off, or should you go find somebody who will be starting off the...
Actually start off with the cooler, okay?
So, Miss Noelani, okay. You can go ahead and plug into the seat.
I'll take this cord out, unless you do need the cord. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
We'll use this.
Are you sure? Okay.
Take care. You just push twice.
Just a moment. Can you hear yourself?
Aloha everyone.
Aloha.
Mahalo for being here tonight to support Vital Living. My name is Noelani Love. I'm going to open up our service tonight with the Hawaiian chant of Ehomai. It was originally written by Edith Kanaka Ole, and it's a prayer or blessing to call upon guidance from up above, calling in the wisdom and the support of our ancestors, our angels, our spirit guides to guide us and bless us. And if you know the words, please join in. The words Ehomai will be repeated a bunch, and Ehomai literally means come forth, calling forth that wisdom. Let's all say that together. Ehomai, Ehomai. protectors and our angels to guide us and bless us. Thank you. And the beautiful Dr. Lori Kimata.
Right. It's coming down. I wonder, is that good? Okay. Deep breath. Well, welcome everyone here on site, this beautiful Anahulu Farms, which we've been very honored to steward for quite some time now. And all those of you, I think, are on live streaming somewhere and cyber world, that's what I still call it. Maybe it's outdated by now. But I really appreciate and really feel honored, appreciate you here today and feel honored that you joined us. I just wanted to give some background and some concept and perspective about what vital living is. But before I start, you know, Nicole and I co-founded this spiritual organization a couple years ago, and we really knew that we needed to create a spiritual organization because it felt like there's so much power in prayer. And right now, I really miss my dear friend Nicole. She's actually in Portugal having a baby soon. And so I'll be joining her hopefully soon, actually there in a few days, I think. And maybe she's you know, out there listening, so she's having a little challenge, and I was hoping that right now we could do like a kind of a group prayer actually for her. So maybe we could take a moment and do whatever's true. This is a non-denominational spiritual organization, so in our own way we can pray, take a moment of silence, and for our ancestors, for our elders, for our teachers, for our friends, for whoever it is that we feel connected to. I feel it's a time that we really need that connection to something bigger and something that for me, for us, it's here in the farm. It's nature. It's what we call the vis, the power, the healing power of nature. And as I was taught as naturopathic school quite a while ago, that's really what heals the individual and the planet. So maybe we can start with that. And thank you, Noelani, for the beautiful welcoming prayer in. Let's take a moment if we can and maybe close our eyes and send our prayers out to those who need us and those that we don't know and those in the world that need connection to our spiritual heart. Take a moment of silence. Thank you. We have services today. It's our first official service for Vital Living Spiritual Organization. And I feel like we have service just like when we do yoga. It's like what happens here just is a reminder for how do we live our life. For when we go out in the world and we live our way. And this kind of can help us remember and communicate together and commune together and bring people in a way that can ask questions and share dialogue. And we have food coming up, amazing food. And we've been doing these Vital Living concerts. This is the first actual service we have, but we've been doing these concerts monthly. My wonderful husband, Babatunde Heath over there, has been collaborating with so many amazing musicians. And he'll be playing a bunch tonight, so I'm very excited about that because he's missing his music, his live music. So we've been having that every month, and it's been very inspiring, very exciting. I feel like music really nourishes the soul, and it helps us heal in so many different ways that talking or other things have a hard time doing sometimes. So it speaks in a different way, and dancing and song and sharing voice. And I think we're going to just share a little song later too, and all that really helps us connect with something bigger. Okay, my first disclaimer. I didn't really plan how long this is gonna be, so if I start talking too long, you're welcome to like yawn or do some action, like, okay, we've heard enough blabbing, going on and on. But I just figured, you know, I turned 60 this year, and I figured I can just be able to say what I want to say and do what I want to do. So here it is on my farm, and I have a few notes, and in case I get really straight off on a tangent, but I'm excited. I'm really inspired. You know, I think that Nicole and I had this vision. We saw that people were really hurting, and they were kind of suffering, and it was because they had lost this connection to their sort of spiritual heart. And I see these days, you know, in different ways, where people are being a little bit disempowered. They're feeling a little bit like we're kind of removing people from the part of that wisdom, that innate wisdom that they have inside of themselves, by telling us or telling people what they have to do or what they should do or what they need to do, rather than to listen to something that's really deep inside. So the intention of Vital Living was to create an organization that can encompass everybody, that can embrace all spiritual disciplines, can embrace all kinds of people, can really have this tolerance and validation for different walks of life, for people that don't always think alike, but do have some common maypole. And I think the common maypole we're looking for here is to be able to empower people to what is true for yourself, and not necessarily might not be true for your neighbor, but you can embrace and validate what's true for them because it's empowering for them. So we're not speaking for one thing or another, we're speaking for everyone if we can, to allow them to find their truth and to find their way in a time that it maybe is a little bit confusing sometimes. And so to make that connection to something bigger, not knowing that can support us when we're sometimes feeling stressed or feeling little or feeling in the minority or whatever it is, to look and see that there's something much bigger and much more powerful that we are really a part of, or we are included in. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little like, oh, I need to go to my power spot, I used to always go to Kalalau, and we camped there a lot, and I hiked in, I kayaked in, and I can just feel being in that river there. You know, it's on Kauai where my mother was born, and it's an amazing place that you can just feel the ancestors and the spirits and the power of nature. And so we talk a lot about the vis medicatrix, and it's the healing power, the vital force, and that's kind of where the name Vital Living came from. It's like, what is it to be alive and vitally alive? You know, health is not really like the absence of disease, it's the feeling of being vitally alive. And it's different for everybody, but there's some common things in it. And that commonality is this exuberance and inspiration and motivation and feeling of being, that you're living here and you're doing your piece and you are in peace. And that's what we're wanting to do with our classes. So we're gonna be offering course curriculum. Nicole's working on creating a Vital Living practitioner program. So the naturopathic program that I was in 30-something years ago, went into it in 1984, is very different than the naturopathic program that's out right now. So we're going to create another kind of program, really that honors the roots of naturopathic medicine, at least what I feel it, as the vis or nature and the forest, and how to really cultivate that in ourselves in a really powerful way, so we don't have to rely necessarily on other things. And supplements are wonderful; they help us, and people can guide us. But really, the power is within us, and if we connect plug into the source, that's kind of what we're talking about. So that's where it kind of originated. And we saw that education and community was really the key. And so that's where we decided to start this school and to do classes and to do services and to bring the community together, whether it's here on site or whether it's live streaming somewhere halfway across the world. So that's our idea. You know, just to sort of really feel like that awakened thing, you're all so alive. We're looking at more concerts next year. Tunji's really excited about more live music and more dancing, and and still being really conscious of people's differences and what we feel. So we kind of spread it out there. I feel like at first I wanted everyone to come really here, and then I was like, oh yeah, we're in a different world. You can like be out there. We don't have to be 6 feet apart, but we can be wherever people feel comfortable and not feel like we can change. One of these great when I started my first office. A great woman, Nana Viri, actually, she blessed my office, and she wrote a book called Change We Must. And when I feel like sometimes, I don't really want to change, I really want to stick to the ways I know, I realize that, that's life. That's what we got to do. We got to move and change and flow with what's going on. Sort of surrender to the mystery. We're kind of movie people sometimes, and there's this great quote that I'm probably gonna not get correctly because I didn't write it down because I wanted to have it just flow. But it's from the movie Dune, and when I was watching that movie, I was really struck. Like sometimes movie producers or directors, I feel like they figure some things out. They have these little gems amongst all the other things. And one of the gems in Dune was the guy's going down in the plane. I don't know who saw the movie, but they're going down the plane, and he says, and the voice comes to them, and the voice says, the mystery of life is not a problem to be solved. It's a reality to be experienced. It's not something that we can understand by stopping it or controlling it. It's something we need to flow with. We need to flow with it. We need to become one with the flow. And if we become one with the flow, then we can be in the present experiencing that life. And then he doesn't go down and crash and die, of course, you know. He survives. And I was thinking, you know, it's kind of that metaphor about the flow in the river. And so like if you're going down a river and, you know, there's all these big rocks and boulders and things, and you kind of have to navigate that river going through life, right? But you can't, it's really kind of difficult if that's the flow of the river to like start paddling upstream and keep, sometimes we get in these self-fulfilling eddies, that's what I call it, and you're kind of going like this in circles, and sometimes you even start going the other direction. But really, you know, you're gonna go down the river. So the idea is to be able to embrace the different aspects of the river, the big rocks and the big currents and the different things, and be able to navigate your ship, and maybe you have to rest and hold on to a tree or whatever it is. But be able to embrace that mystery and to know that if you flow with it and you move with it, that's where you're gonna go. That's where life is gonna move you. And all the resistance, I feel like, you know, there's all these obstacles. And I was in there today with one of my clients, and she was going, yeah, this mind. I just went to a yoga class this morning, and my yoga teacher said, the monkey mind. It's so bad. The monkey mind. You just got to get rid of the monkey mind. And all you got to do is go for the drunk monkey mind. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, like Jackie Chan when he was doing that kung fu show, and he actually was supposed to be like really drunk. The idea was because he could let go of all that control. And she said, oh, you know, my yoga teacher said that Fred Astaire, when he was doing that first movie, the black and white movie, I don't know, he was doing this dance, he was supposed to be doing the dance drunk, but he couldn't do it because he was too controlled, and he was a perfectionist. So he actually had to drink on set. I don't know if this is true, but that's what she just told me. He had to, not that I'm suggesting any of you get drunk, okay? That's not the idea. But I'm just saying he had to get into this space where he could let go into the flow. And I saw that Jackie Chan. I don't know if I saw Fred Astaire, I probably did. But I saw the Jackie Chan one, and I remember thinking he was like gonna fall, or he was gonna like crash into somebody, and he was gonna not be able to fight the bad guys or whatever. And actually, he fought all the people that he needed to, or did whatever he needed to do, even in his whole haphazard, chaotic kind of way. And I really feel like, you know, that's life. That's my life, actually. And that's if you get into that place where you can embrace that mystery, and you get into that place where you can see the chaos and still like flow with it. Like I'm up to today, I was actually gonna tape this because I was like, I still have 2 babies that kind of want to come, and what if they come right at this moment? And you know, who's gonna say this whole thing? And then I was like, you know what? It's gonna work out. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'm gonna flow with that chaos. I'm gonna be supposed to go to Portugal on like Wednesday, and I still have these babies that want to come. It just works, you know. The life is like that. And someone said, how did you ever get to this place where you can be like, okay, well, especially my husband, he says this all the time. Because he works with the chaos, but you know, it's a different kind of thing. People that know him, you know. And he says, how did you ever get to this place? Like, gosh, you know, you just like found it, like you can just be in the present and go with the flow and feel this vital energy and have all this energy. And like, what do you take caffeine or something? And everyone that knows me, or people that know me, know that I don't drink caffeine. You know, if I did, it would be really scary, right? So it would be not something you want to see. Actually, I did drink caffeine once. I had a macadamia nut coffee on Kauai, and I had to get out of the car before I drove to my next destination and do push-ups on the sidewalk. Too much energy. So I was answering this person, and I was thinking, she said, well, how'd you get here? And I said, well, you know, like that river, there actually has been quite a few obstacles in my past. And I started thinking about it. And she's like, no, like, you know, like big obstacles. And I'm like, well, yeah, like I fell on my head when I was a kid. I remember I was in a swing, and I had a concussion because I fell backwards. I wanted to see the sky, you know, that was a little bit. And then, you know, I started thinking, and I was like, oh yeah. And then, of course, I did break my arm on that when I was doing the bicycle accident. Oh, but then the big one was when I, like, you know, got run over with a car and broke my neck in 9 places and had, had to regenerate my bone fragment that was on my right nerve canal. Then I was like, oh yeah, and recently I did do that shoulder thing, and then I bashed the car on that. And I started going on and thinking, okay, there was actually quite a few obstacles and quite a few little rocks and boulders. And you know, I could have been like, oh, she's just accident prone. Or it could have been, you know, we all have trouble navigating all the different aspects of life. And you know, I've been so fortunate. I feel so blessed to have these wonderful comrades, different wonderful people that in my life that support, you know, my chaos, like Nicole. She's over there in Portugal, if she ever watches this live stream. You know, she's such a great support for me as well, because, you know, we're so different. At the same time, we have such this maypole and belief and understanding. And the, you know, we know deep inside of ourselves that all those obstacles or all those things, you know, we can go deep down into that place that makes us vitally alive and peaceful. Even when it doesn't always seem that that's what's going to happen or that's the way the flow is going. You know, we can definitely have strong intentions, right? So I'm not saying to just be like, give it up to the universe completely. Well, you know, you sometimes got to get out of the driver's seat. I mean, that's the main thing. But, you know, we still can have intention, right? You put it out there, like, there have been all these movies and all these different documentaries that talk about how important it is to really get what your truth is or get your intention out there, but then you really need to let go of that attachment, right? And see where life is taking you. And especially in health and living vitally, I see that if you want to control it or you want to like understand it, like that quote, you know, then you kind of can get lost in the process, right? And if instead you want to see, what is this teaching me? Like, what is this broken neck teaching me, you know? Or what is this broken arm? Or I broke my foot too. I couldn't even believe when I started talking to her about all the little obstacles or big obstacles in my life. You know, they were big. My mom died and when she was 57, I held her head as she took her last breath. I mean, there's been a lot of crazy things that have happened in my life. Amazing, chaotic, wondrous, wonder of wonders kind of things in my life that I feel so fortunate has brought me to this moment to be able to bring communities together, to bring people together, to harness this power, or to really realize that this power, this vital force is in them as well, and then be able to share it with other people, you know. So that's why we're doing the practitioner thing, you know, and we really want to emphasize that's why we're outdoor in nature as well, because out here, like I asked someone the other day, how much time do you think you spend in nature a day, like outside in nature? This is Hawaii, right? And she was like, I'm gonna calculate it, because you know, it's just like water. When you ask someone how much water they drink, and they say, yeah, oh yeah, I drink a lot of water, and you say, let's calculate about how much water you drink, and they're like, okay, yeah, I drink that glass, and oh no, wait, that's coffee, and they're like, oh wait, yeah, I drink that at lunch, yeah, and then they're like, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's 5 glasses, you know, and you're like, yeah. So it's just like that, you know, it's the same idea as when you're calculating in your life, you know, things about how much nature time you have. Almost forgot what I was saying. Okay, so, but I remembered. Okay, that's good. So, nature time. And I was like, okay, and she's like, oh, 22 minutes, maybe on a good day. And I was like, I started thinking, like, you know, people get out of their car, I mean, they get out of their house and then into their garage, and they get in their car, and then they drive to wherever they're going, into their work, and then they get into their building, and they work from 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or whatever. And this is not bad or good. I'm just saying that I was like, wow. You know, just like I started thinking, how much water do I drink? And I realized, oh yeah, actually I don't drink as much water as I've been telling everyone else to drink. Gotta get it together, right? Walk your talk. Same idea, you know, so nature, I was like, wow, how can we connect with nature if we're spending 22 minutes out of 24 hours in a day? So maybe we time it, you know, and when do we touch the earth, right? The dirt, you know, the sand, the water, the trees. I was like in, where was I? Far away somewhere. It was China, actually, and I was doing this Qigong symposium, and the Qigong teacher was International Qigong Symposium, and he said, go up to the pine trees. I'm probably talking too long. Go up to the pine trees and put your hands on the pine trees, and then you can eat the pine nuts, and feel the energy in the trees. And that was like the practice, and all these people from 16 different countries were like touching the pine trees. And I was like, I realized, you know, that's where the V's comes from. That's the healing power. That's what we want to go for. And nature, one more quote, is from another movie, another of my favorite movies. that says, like, there's this big, all this crazy stuff going on, chaos going on. It's from Avatar, and all this crazy stuff going on, and there's the big fight scene, and you feel like the good guys are going to be losing because they're all like getting destroyed, and then they're holding on to the connection to nature, and basically she's saying, because he's like, come on, when is it going to kick in? When is nature going to help us? And she said, like, be peace, right? Nature doesn't take sides. It just takes care of the balance of all things. And that's what's happening, It's like, if we can look deep inside of ourselves and look at all the aspects, our mind, our body, our heart, our emotions, our ethereal bodies, all the different parts of ourselves, and look and see, where are the imbalances? Where do we need more of? Do we need to spend more than 22 minutes in nature? Where is this all? What are all the different avenues and different places we need to look into our lives, and where are the doors that open to be more vitally alive? And so we're praying that we're going to teach this along with, we have so many different practitioners that are interested, that want to come and help share their wisdom on this island and then all over the world, to come to share. And we've already had some really great Ayurvedic work with and I had a workshop with cooking, and we have a wonderful chef, I think, coming here. Yes, having food in a little bit. So we want to incorporate all those different things in our inspiring each other, in this work. So I guess I've been talking a lot, so I'm going to just kind of wrap up here because there's a couple other people that want to say some important things. Last thing I just want to say, because I'm talking about nature. I'm not sure where that came from, but somewhere someone was just talking about, when we were talking about nature and domestication, and I hear all these like wild chickens flying around, and we have these like crazy things happening on the farm sometimes, and I remember that their wildness, someone said it's like a word, rewilding, and I don't know I'm not sure what I think about that word, but I know that to be the wild part of us, the part of us that is not domesticated and is not controlled as much, just needs to find some voice, to have a place where we can adapt and evolve. I went to a workshop recently about all this tension about, like, I see babies, they're having more like what they call tethered tissues, and so they're like having lip ties and tongue ties, and everything seems really tight in their jaw. And I was so amazed at this talk because it was really so much more than just that. It was more about how people's tension, neural tension, and mind tension have created this world where people are like in fear and paralyzed and nervous, and it's coming down in genetics. It's adaptation and evolution. So we're here because we really feel like there's another way to create, another way to evolve, another way to adapt that doesn't involve all this tension and stress, and a way to be able to feel very like free and wild and open and connected to this place inside of ourselves that we know is there. We've always known is there. I knew it before I went to naturopathic school, and then naturopathic school just helped me blossom it and be awake with it. And then I hit all those obstacles because, of course, I was trying to avoid it and get around it and figure out an easier way that I could be awakened or adapt or evolve. And I realized, you know what? You kind of have to go through the fire sometimes, and that's the way you get to the other side, where you realize that, yes, this is where it's at. This is where we are. We're here together, and we're sharing, and I feel so honored that you're all here with us. It's kind of a long road. It's a 501c3. It's an official IRS stamp, like, okay, you're a spiritual organization, and we're thinking that we could create it as a school, but we can do both. So that's kind of our plan, and I really appreciate this. You all, this culture of generosity. So many people have helped. I'm not going to sit here and say thank you, because it's not a speech in that way. But you know who you are. You know how much I appreciate you. And I'm going to bring some of the other, the Vital Living ambassadors have really been such a great support team for me. So I'm hoping that Sarah maybe, or and then maybe Corey, and thanks Kendyl, and then Carrie out there, if she wants something to say, there's breath with her amazing breath work. I always can use so much more work with the breath. So we're gonna bring them up, and then we're gonna have Noelani come back and lead us in some song, and then some amazing bands will come, and Junji is probably gonna say a little something before the concert part starts. So thank you so much. I love you all. Okay.
just laughing because it's like back to back two people who love to talk. So I'll try not to talk too long here. I just really want to share some of the important values that Vital Living really stands for that hit home for me. So I won't go through all of them, and Dr. Lori touched base on a lot of them. But I also just wanted to start off with a pointer. You know, I know some people are new to the Vital Living community that are here, some people are not, but just to remember, some people can be triggered by the word spirituality, you know, and so I just like to present the possible perspective that spirituality is simply your own divine connection to you and to your natural path of being human, spirit in human form, and your connection with nature, the earth, the universe, and whatever that turns out to be for you is perfect. You know, that is one of my most favorite things about this is we are not here to tell you how you should and shouldn't live. We are not here to tell you there's only one path and one way to do everything. This is really about having a safe space to learn multiple different skills, multiple different tools, multiple different ways and paths of how to take care of ourselves, how to reconnect with our soul, how to reconnect with nature. And you're going to gather certain things that work for you, and your neighbor won't vibe with that at all. And that's okay. You know, so each of us are coming forward as practitioners and ambassadors, and whoever will be teaching the courses and whatnot, you know, we come forward to offer those different perspectives and different ways of going about this human life that we have found to work for us in our own way. And you can take them or leave them, and no one is here to judge you. No one is here to tell you your choice is wrong. We're here to tell you your choice is right, and it'll lead you to the next step and the next step and the next step. And that is the forever unfolding journey of being human, the mystery, right? We don't know how it's going to turn out. I saw Dr. Lori in 2012. I had just had a big awakening, you know, just realizing my life needed to be different. And I saw her for almost a whole year. She saved me. She taught me how to breathe. You know, I didn't even know how to breathe right. What? I remember you told me, oh, you're not breathing right. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm breathing. You know, just to learn those basic skills, drinking water, breathing deep breaths, getting in full life, and having our feet on the ground and being connected. You know, there's little tools here and there that will vibe with you so much and take you to that next step. And I think that's another pointer, is just understanding that it's safe to be you here. It is absolutely safe to ask questions. It's absolutely safe to believe whatever it is you believe. And we encourage everyone to really step into that lighter hearted way of going about things. As Dr. Lori had mentioned, you know, we live in a world where we're being judged endlessly. It's endless, and we're judging each other, we're judging ourselves. And what if we can just come in and just accept the way we think, accept the way the others think, accept the way everyone's living their lives. It doesn't matter how they're living their lives. What matters is how we're choosing to live our lives. And it matters how we're choosing to really bring our best self forward. And so that's really what we're here to support you in. And there was one other really deep thing that our tenets go by is holism. You know, that's one of my most favorite words, is holism. And it really brings us into understanding that everything is connected to the whole, everything. So when you really break down your daily experiences in this human body, you have your emotions, you have your human needs, you've got your feelings, you've got your, you know, your mental activity. There could be a lot of it, there might not be a lot, and maybe it needs to be more stimulated, maybe it needs to tone it down a notch, like mine, and maybe, you know, you've got your spiritual aspects. You have so many aspects to yourself that, at least here in the Western world, we've been told to kind of ignore a lot of them. You know, we're going about our daily lives never taught in regular school to give attention to these parts of ourselves and to even know that they're valid and that there's something that we need as we grow up into adulthood, and there's something that we need to function in a healthy way. And so just really coming into the understanding that it's us. It's up to us to bring back the whole picture. And that's really what Vital Living stands for me, individually and in particularly, is allowing all of those parts of ourselves to come alive. To come alive and to feel good being in our bodies and not feel ashamed or confused about it, and to feel really grateful for our body and all these waves of experiences, and know that that's exactly what it is. We're riding the waves of each day, each moment, and to be present with each other and respect each other for wherever we stand. If you guys had saw me yesterday, you might have been like, I don't know if she's all right. I don't know. I was having mental, emotional breakdown yesterday. It's a wave. It happens. But you let it rise up and move through, and today is a better day. So just understanding that we accept all parts of you, and we really invite you to awaken and activate those parts of yourself to be with us, truly be you. Let's see, what else? I had a couple things that I had written down that I really wanted to point out, and one of those is one of our beliefs and things we go by is something Dr. Lori also mentioned, is prayer. Prayer is a lifestyle, and the word prayer used to kind of make me feel icky due to some things that I grew up with. I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that word, and I reinvented it, and really what I discovered is I found the true meaning behind the word. But understanding that our thoughts, our words, our behaviors, everything we operate in a day-to-day life is a prayer. It's setting that intention, whether it's conscious or unconscious, of what we are attracting more of in our life, what we're putting out into the universe and bringing back in. So bringing in that self-awareness and saying, even to start our day, how am I going to live today? What is the vibration I wish to be upon today? What do I intend for my day, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually? Where do I want to be today? And really just setting it in intention, in prayer, in our mind, in our heart, in words. I write them down. I find power in writing. You know, we find our ways to really set that tone, and we start to discover that even though we cannot control the current, even though we cannot control our lives, we really can navigate the vibration that is being unfolded in front of us, and that is sincerely generating, if we are conscious of it, it's generating from within. And the outer world is simply responding to us, right? So if we can really come into that prayer, that daily prayer, and allow that word to mean whatever it is for you, but truly understanding that it's intention, it's living intentionally, it's perfect. And so that was one of my most favorite things that I love about Vital Living. And let's see. And understanding that the vital force really is, when you really start to look at energy, it's within every single one of us, and we are connected to it and beyond. There is something feeding us and fueling us and pushing and pulling us and helping us to evolve. And I really think it's great to understand that spiritual connection, you know, and whatever that becomes for you. So understanding that this really is a place for you to explore yourself and explore what it means to be vital for you, and exploring what it means to be connected to the truest nature of you. And the more you tune into you, the more you tune into the most beautiful other people on the same path, same exploration journey, just with different ways. So I hope that you all can enjoy this time together with us. I'm really excited to meet all of you afterwards. And I know I spoke really quick, but are you okay jumping on now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So thank you for allowing me to share my perspectives and some of the beautiful little gems of Vital Living. And I'm gonna bring up Corey, who's going to step into the next phase of this evening. Thank you so much.
Hi, you can't see anything.
No, that's what I said.
It's just me and the light. Yeah, it's good. Well, first of all, just thank you everybody who's putting energy and effort into all of this happening, every single part of it. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Lori. Okay, so I wanted to take the opportunity of back closer. I tried to back away. Okay. Whoa. I want to use this opportunity of us being together and the power of togetherness. And it's awesome what Sarah said and writing on everything that Dr. Lori said. So I'm feeling like I was correctly guided in picking this reading. All right, so the first thing I want to do is just to have us all settle, and everybody seems very comfortable, but just take a moment, please, and look around. Look at the person next to you. Look at the person across from you, and just notice and honor all of the beautiful expressions of Source in this space together. Please look at each other, look at your neighbors, and know that my teacher, Dr. Ladd, would always say, I am the world and the world is me, and we're all unique expressions of the same Source. And so just find that I am you and you are me moment as you're looking out there. One of the things, what I'm reading today is from Braiding Sweetgrass. It's a book on indigenous teachings, and so I hope it's pertinent for us today. The idea is that we take a moment to honor all of the elements. And so the elements are ether, air, fire, water, and earth. And if you're working in other disciplines, there's metal and other elements included in that. So take a moment, just be thankful for all those elements that make it possible for us to be here. And I'll give a particular prayer for the water. So we give thanks to all the waters of the world. We are grateful that the waters are still here and doing their duty of sustaining life on Mother Earth. Water is life, quenching our thirst and providing us with strength, making the plants grow and sustaining us all. Let us gather our minds together, and with one mind, let us send our gratitude, our greetings, and our blessings to all of the waters. These words, I think, reflect a very sacred purpose of the people. That's us. For just as the waters were given certain responsibilities for sustaining the world, so were we. Chief among them, our duties, is to thank the gifts of the earth and to care for her. And that's where I would like to leave us, with the idea that we're gathering here together to sustain and care for this planet. And by caring for ourselves and learning about ourselves, that's exactly what we're doing. And that's all I have to say. Thank you. Sorry, there was another introduction to be made. The beautiful Carrie.
Carrie!
Carrie didn't know she was going to say anything. So, aloha guys. So good to be here. It's so beautiful to be part of this Vital Living community, which is what it is, which I think is, I mean, everything that everybody said is so on point. That's what this is all about, is just this mutual respect and holding each other in this light to be part of this bigger, all aspects of this bigger picture of the whole, and to bring our individual unique gifts, what we all have to offer, every single person here. Obviously we have this amazing team of practitioners that's continuing to grow, but also everybody here tonight I know has gifts to share with their community. And so I think that's a big, a huge part of what we're doing, is for everybody to be able to explore different modalities and different ways of living vitally, but also to discover or to enhance what they're already sharing with the world. And I think in what we're all experiencing, there can be a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of that is understandable, but I think a big component that's missing is excitement for what's new, what's being created with the falling away of many things that are falling away. We are the ones that are going to create that. And so I think we really need to get into the energy of being excited to what we want our world to look like, and how we can restore the natural rhythms of what is already a very balanced world if we can just strip away the imbalance, right? I think it's this amazing idea that people want to like save the world, but actually we all just need to come into balance within, and everything else falls into balance. It's that simple. So I think that that's really what Vital Living is about, that we all take that individual responsibility to be in balance so that everything else can align. Thank you, guys.
So good. People are just like, I feel so humbled. That little sound. I feel so humbled, and I have so much respect for my group, the group and people here, and so much reverence, so much humility, so humbled. I really appreciate it. I'm going to bring up our Noelani Love in a second here, but I just really want to thank Skins, our sound person, our live stream guy, and our Jason, our sound guy, who's been here like all the time, doing so much work just so you can hear what we're trying to say, because I realize, it's all great having all this stuff to say, but if no one can hear it, or the sound's so bad everyone's closing their ears, not going to be great. So really, really appreciate from the deepest part of my heart all these amazing folks that have come together to help share this vision and this mission and this purpose. I also want to say, if you have questions about the organization, or questions about what we've been talking about, or the tenets, or the doctrine, the teaching, whatever it is, please come. We're going to be around all evening, or most of it, and there'll be time to dance, and there'll be time to talk, and there'll be time to just sit, and we really, really encourage that all very much. And the laughing, I had to say, I forgot, I was one little, and then Sarah reminded me, because she's such a good laugher, and not a good laugher, but, I was telling my friend that she was having all these challenges, and I'm like, okay, wait, stop. She's like, I'm doing everything perfect, I'm doing it all, I'm doing exactly what we're talking about, I'm doing exactly, and I said, you know what, we're trying way too hard, right? You gotta just let it go, float on the ocean, float, and laugh, and make fun of ourselves. When I was thinking about all those obstacles, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like really a mess. I mean, I once went to this pastor, or this preacher, or someone, and Helen Street, I don't know, she's passed, I think, and I was like, I'm such a mess, like Sarah said, I'm such a mess, and blah, blah, blah. And I went this whole long counseling session with her, and then the next day she calls me and says, could you be our guest speaker for our women's conference next year? I'm like, wait, what? I'm really like a mess. Why would you want that? It's because you can laugh at yourself. You can be humble. You can be like, I'm human. And that's the wonder of all this. So thank you all so much. Remember to laugh. Remember to enjoy. Remember to dance. And I'm going to bring up this wonderful Noelani. I think she's almost ready to round up our little evening service as the moonlight sets in, as the sunset happened and the moonlight set. And all of you out there, just laugh, enjoy, love life, because that's where we're at. So, Noelani with her lovely hibiscus coming up.
All right, guys. You guys ready to listen to some live music? It is hard to see up here. Guys are just like, I see you. So I'm going to start with a song called Follow the Light. I think a lot of our wonderful speakers this evening kind of talked about that vital energy inside of all of us, and this is a song about that light that lives inside of each and every one of our hearts. And I always encourage lots of singing and dancing, so we got a fun little stage up here if anybody wants to come and dance up here on this little sweet dance floor. And of course I'd love for you to sing or clap if that feels good. And I think what Carrie was talking about, just like really celebrating the changes that are coming through everything that's happening right now. The structure is collapsing. Everything's changing with the winds. Everything's changing Everything's changing with the winds. Everything's changing with the winds. The tide will rise and fall. The sun will set and dawn. The moon will rise above, and the earth will be my ground, with Honua beneath my feet, and the sky above my crown. I am singing from my heart, for the spirits all around. Kala, kala, oh kala. Kala is the sun. Kala, kala, oh kala. I follow the light, I follow the light, I follow the light, follow the light. Sing it with me. I follow the light, I follow the light, I follow the light, follow the light. I am the breath of life, I follow the light. I am the light that lives inside, I follow the light. I am the waves of time, I follow the light. I follow the light, I follow the light, I follow the light, follow the light. With the sun upon my face and the wind upon my back, in this space of my heart, there is nothing I lack. There is no turning back. I am making my own tracks. There is no turning back. I am making my own tracks. I follow the light, I follow the light, I follow the light, follow the light, I follow the light, I follow the light, I follow the light, follow the light. Everything's changing with the wind. 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 How you guys feeling out there tonight? How about a few more rounds of Follow the Light? You guys living with that light inside? Finding that beautiful light in your heart, maybe placing one hand over your heart, listening to that beautiful heartbeat inside of you. Sing with me. Follow the light, I follow the light, I follow the light, follow the light, I follow the light, I follow the light, I follow the light, follow the light. You guys. Alright, I got one for the kiddos since we got the kiddos up here dancing. This is a song I wrote about the chakras. It's a real simple one to connect with every chakra in our body. Oh yeah, Banyan. Alright, it goes like this. I am grounded in my feet. I am creative in my womb. I am strong in my belly. I am loving in my heart. I am expressive in my throat. I am intuitive in my mind. I am connected to the source. I am connected to the source, 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 source. All right, we'll go through that once again. I am grounded in my feet. I am creative in my womb. I am strong in my belly. I am loving in my heart. I am expressive in my throat. I am intuitive in my mind. I am connected to the source. I am connected to the source, 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 source. Yeah, give it up for our mama and Kiki dancers up here. Woo! Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Kiki. All right. This next one is it's a song called Rise Up. And I actually wrote it a few years back after a really powerful breathwork ceremony. It was like a 1 hour breathwork practice. I was with my teacher in Thailand, Christabel. And you know, we were sitting in circle after the breathwork and everyone was sharing. And the guy who was directly across from me shared. And you know when you just like see people in their like fullest power and like they don't see themselves as that like powerful being that you kind of project onto them, you can like see their fullest potential. It was like I felt that for him. I was like, I see you, brother. And then the next woman shared and it was like, I see you, sister. And so this song came through. It's called Rise Up. And I'm gonna invite you guys to rise up out of your seats, and if you feel like coming up and dancing, you're welcome to. Rise up, rise up. 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 I see you sisters rising up. I see you brothers rising up. I see the children rising up. I see us people rising up. We are all family and we are all connected. We are all family and we are all connected. Sing it with me. We are all family and we are all connected. One more. We are all family and we are all connected. No matter what your color, love each other. No matter what your creed, we are family. This is a prayer for the mothers, the fathers and the daughters, the brothers, the fire, earth, sky and the waters. I lift my prayers up high. May we be cleansed and purified. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones, we are the ones, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are Ohana. We are Ohana. Ohana is family. Ohana. We are Ohana. So rise up, rise up, rise on up. 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 I see you sisters rising up. I see you brothers rising up. I see the children rising up. I see us people rising up. All right, we're gonna do a little call and response. So I'll say, I see you, sister, rising up, and you guys repeat after me. I see you, sister, rising up. I can't hear you, brother. I hear you, brother, rising up. I see you, brother, rising up. I see you, children, rising up. I see you, children, rising up. I see us people rising up. I see us people rising up. Okay, we're gonna keep that going, but I'm gonna invite you to look at somebody that's either a sister or brother or a child or some people. I see you, sister, rising up. I see you, sister, you, brother, rising up. I see you, brother, rising up. I see you, children, rising up. I see you, children, rising up. I see us people rising up. I see us people rising up. We are all family and we are all connected. Repeat after me. We are all family and we are all connected. We are all family and we are all connected. So put your hand on your heart as long as your heart is beating. Breath in your lungs, stand up for what you believe in. Stand up tall and hold your head high. Let the world see the fire in your eyes. The fire in your eyes. Let the world see the fire in your eyes. So rise up, rise up, rise on up. 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 Thanks, you guys. Were you guys singing out there? I couldn't hear you. Yeah? Okay, good. There's something about like singing together with other humans, like really activating, and kind of like what Dr. Lori was talking about when she was talking about all this tension and the babies and the tongue tie and all that. Like, it's really real. Like, I work with people in vocal activation and awakening, and people are so afraid to speak their truth and speak what's on their minds because we're so afraid of what people are going to think. And so singing is such a great way, and when we unite our voices together, it's really powerful because we are creating a vibration. We are creating a ripple of change just through our voices. So when you sing these words that are empowering you, that are awakening your heart and allowing you to sing from that beautiful space within, it's really powerful. So I hope you guys are feeling that mana, that life force inside of each and every one of you. Thank you. Am I talking too much? All right. This next one is it's a surf song. It's called Ride That Line. I wrote it when I was sitting out at Sunset Point, and the waves were starting to get a little bit big. I was getting a little bit nervous. I was like, oh, there's some 5-foot sets coming through, and I don't feel ready for this right now. And, you know, surfing is such a metaphor for life. Just like Sarah was talking about, riding those waves. This one's called Ride That Line. How's the oop sound? So you guys can sing the chorus with me if you want. Ride that line. Swinging wide, waiting for the set to come. I tuck inside, there's nowhere to run. You can't hide, you're shining brighter than the sun. Ride that line, ride that line, ride that line. Elevate your mind and elevate your soul. Breathe in deep and let go of control. Trust the divine and step into your flow. Ride that line, ride that line, ride that line high. You know, there's just something about surfing big waves. I think about it all day, and I dream about it all night. And if there is a heaven on earth, it must be inside the barrel of a big wave. Oh, we got our wave dancers in the front, yeah. I'm chasing the big waves and I'm dropping in deep. I paddle real hard and I pop up on my feet. Gliding like a bird, this feeling is so sweet. that line high. Sometimes you fall and sometimes you rise. Winter's big waves can catch you by surprise. All that I know is this feeling is so nice. Ride that line, ride that line, ride that line high. Yeah. Thanks, you guys. Alright, this is a song called Mo'orea. It's about the beautiful island in the South Pacific. It's a heart-shaped island if you haven't ever been. I went a few years back for one of my girlfriend's birthdays. She's here tonight with us, Jessica. Where you at, Jessica? Jiwa! Yeah! The Mo'orea song. And there's something really special about French Polynesia, the South Pacific. It's just so undeveloped, and nature is just raw and beautiful down there. But needless to say, I fell in love with the island and the magic. I hear the spirit of the land. Oh, I can see the light in my hands. I feel the truth of love in our hearts. Don't turn your back when you hear the whistle blow. Heed the call when it's your turn to go. Just drop in and feel your flow. Te ahupo'o, te ahupo'o. When the wind blows calm and the swell is rising and the waves are pumping, it's time to take a ride. Ha'apiti, ha'apiti. Head to the place where the birds fly free and you can feel the ocean breeze and the air is sweet. Tiaura. I just wanna go back to that place where my heart lives, where magic is real. Mo'orea, mo'orea, mo'orea. You have my heart. Mo'orea, mo'orea, mo'orea. You have my heart. I hear the spirit of the land. Oh, I can see the light in my hands. I feel the truth of love in our hearts. Mo'orea, mo'orea, mo'orea. You have my heart. Mo'orea, mo'orea, mo'orea. You have my heart. Anybody out there been to Mo'orea? Anybody? You gotta go one day. You gotta go. In Mo'orea, you can swim with the black-tip reef sharks and the stingrays. And they'll just like rub all over you. Not the sharks, but the stingrays. And the trick is you have to rub canned tuna all over you. And then they'll just rub all over you. Like stuff it in your bikini top. And that's what we did. It worked really well. They really do. They're really smooth. It's really beautiful. Yeah. Bringing it into a minor chord here. This is a song for the earth. It's called Honua. Honua is earth in Hawaiian. Let's all say Honua. Honua is holding us here, the great mother beneath us, our supportive foundation from which our food grows. Just like Corey was talking about earlier with all the elements, connecting to the wind and the water and the fire and the earth. pono uamo. Ke ea o ka aina I ko pono uamo. Ke ea o ka aina I ko pono uamo. Ke ea o ka aina I ko pono. So that chant, Uamo Ke Ea O Ka Aina I Ka Pono, is actually the state of Hawaii motto, but it means, may the life of the land live in righteousness. May the life of the land be perpetuated in righteousness. Pono, righteous. This is a song called Sacred Sister. And if you want to sing along and you're not a sister, you could sing, I am a sacred mister. If that feels better for you. One day we're going to do the spoof music video with Sacred Misters. This is actually the music video for Sacred Sister. You can find it on YouTube. It's pretty fun. Yeah, so Sacred Sister, I wrote this at a time when I was, kind of having a breakdown, feeling a little lonely and depressed, and trying to figure out, what my next move was, what my purpose was, and where I was headed. And so writing for me is very cathartic. Writing in my journal helps me to sort out all the crazy monkey mind talk, and helps me to come back to, my truth. Because sometimes we have all these thoughts in our brain about what we are or who we are, and it's just thoughts, and like Sarah said, we're just riding the waves. And so I looked at what I had written in my journal and I was like, I don't want to be like that. I'm going to change that story. So I rewrote the lyrics, and this is what came up. This is a song in honor of the divine feminine. in peace on earth. My heart is open, where do these feet lead me? What is the lesson in this? Are my angels with me? Am I listening? I am listening, I am listening. I slow down to hear them. I breathe into Anahata, green spiral heart chakra, center of my chest. This moment followed by the next, 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 next. I'm a sacred sister, a magic maker. I'm a believer in peace on earth. You guys want to sing that with me? Yay! Okay, and if you're not a sister, again, you can sing I am a sacred mister. Okay. I'm a sacred sister, a magic maker, a magic maker. I'm a believer, I'm a believer in peace on earth, in peace on earth. I'm a sacred sister or mister, a magic maker. I'm a believer, I'm a believer in peace on earth. You gotta throw your peace signs up, you guys. Are you believers in peace on earth? Yes, yes. Here we go. I'm a sacred sister, a magic maker, a magic maker. I'm a believer, I'm a believer. Throw those peace signs up. In peace on earth. I'm a sacred sister, a magic maker. I'm a believer. Throw 'em up, throw 'em up. In peace on earth. One more. I'm a sacred sister, a magic maker. I'm a believer in peace on earth. Yeah. Woo! I love you guys. Alright, this is a song about lily kois. Who likes to eat lily kois? Activation, passion fruit stimulation, a sweetness and a sourness, a stickiness, a resonance, crunchy and shiny. You can bite me where my heart lives, yeah, and kiss me on my lips. Ooh, yeah, and kiss me on my lips. Passion in a fruit so juicy, your taste on my lips so sweet. Put your hands upon my hips and squeeze me, yeah, squeeze me. Don't let me go, don't let this night end. Could this be real? Life is a dream. Don't let me go, don't let this night end. Could this be real? Life is a dream. Lily koi activation, passion fruit to stimulation, a sweetness and a sourness, a stickiness, a resonance, crunchy and shiny. You can bite me where my heart lives, yeah, and kiss me on my lips. Ooh, yeah, and kiss me on my lips. My heart is opened again, my heart is opened again. Yeah, my heart is opened again. again, my heart is opened again. Yeah, my heart is opened again, my heart is opened again, my heart is opened again. Yeah, my heart is opened again. Lily Koi activation, passion fruit stimulation, a sweetness and a sourness, a stickiness, a resonance, crunchy and shiny. You can bite me where my heart lives. Yeah, and kiss me on my lips. They told me I got one more. You guys tired of me yet? This one is a song called Heal My Heart. If I can remember the chords. What are you after? The smile on my face. You bring me laughter with your silly ways. You hold me, squeeze me, and receive me. You hold me, squeeze me, and release me. You heal my heart. You heal my heart. You're a king, I'm a queen. We know who we are when we arrive at the altar of burning desire. For a moment, for a breath, we take one more step. We open up our eyes and realize here we are. You heal my heart. You heal my heart. Oh, Mani Padme Hum. Oh, Mani Padme Hum. Oh, Mani Padme Hum. Oh, Mani Padme Hum. The jewels in the lotus. 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 Oh, Mani Padme Hum. Oh, Mani Padme Hum. Oh, Mani Padme Hum. Oh, Mani Padme Hum. You heal my heart. You heal my heart. Hold me, squeeze me, and receive me. Hold me, squeeze me, and release me. You heal my heart. Mahalo. Thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Noelani Love. Thanks for listening to these original songs about my life and, riding all the waves. Learning to return back to love always. You can find my music on Spotify, YouTube, all the places. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Mahalo. Thank you to Vital Living for having us and hosting. Any requests out there? Any requests? All right, cool. A dancey one, should we do? I feel like with all these kids, we want to do like something a little exciting. Yeah? Something exciting? Or it could be a little love song. Banyan, what do you want? Exciting? Something exciting? Okay. Did you hear this one earlier? I feel like we might need a little bit of action to get into the dancing portion. Alright, so I'm totally going to repeat a song earlier, but it's because we need you guys to rise up. We need all of you to get off your little booties and get up and dance. Rise up, come on. Rise up, get off your seats. Rise up, you know you want to. Rise up, there you go. Rise up, rise up, wave your hands in the air. Rise up, rise up, rise on up. 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 I see you sisters rising up. I see you brothers rising up. Children, I see you children rising up. I see us people rising up. I see you sisters rising up. I see you brothers rising up. I see the children rising up. I see us people rising up. We are all family and we are all connected. Sing it with me, come on. We are all family and we are all connected. We are all family and we are all connected. We are all family and we are all connected. We are Ohana. Sing it with me. We are Ohana. We are Ohana. We are Ohana. So put your hand on your heart as long as your heart is beating. Breath in your lungs, stand up for what you believe in. Stand up tall and hold your head high. Let the world see the fire in your eyes. Fire in your eyes. Let the world see the fire in your eyes. So rise up, rise up, rise on up. 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 I see you sisters rising up. I see you brothers rising up. I see the children rising up. I see us people rising up. Sing with me. See you sisters rising up. Brothers, I see you brothers rising up. Children, I see you children rising up. People, I see you people rising up. We are all family and we are all connected. We are all family and we are all connected. We are all family and we are all connected. So rise up, rise up, rise on up. 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 Mahalo, thanks you guys. Blessings.
Thank you, Noelani Love. So much appreciation. Oh. We are going to have 3 amazing bands coming up very soon. And I'm going to let Tunji talk about all that because that's delegating to his whole thing. But before that, we're going to have a short guided meditation, as we said on the program, to ground you. I'm going to bring up my buddy Sarah because she's so good at it. To ground us so that we can dance away in a little bit.
All right. So I couldn't help but notice only the little ones and a few of the adults here were dancing. We've been locked up in our homes for like a year and a half. Like, we gotta move our bodies. So I'm gonna invite everyone just to please appease me and stand up. Stand up with us if you would. Just standing up. Even if you're eating, you know, tell your food you'll be back in just a moment. Sit it on your chair. Good. Awesome. And I want you just to, let's start off with just a little movement. I just want you to kind of throw your hands in the air and move your body. Just move. You can move your feet. And shake it off. Shake it off. Make some sound if you need to. And if you notice any parts of your body not moving, get it to move. Get it to move. Like, I remember my hips used to not move. They used to be really stuck. I'm like, up here's going, but down here just wasn't. So like, maybe you gotta move your actual legs and get things moving. Get into your body. All right, good. There it is. These ones, they got it. They haven't lost it yet. All right. So now what I want you to do is just take in a deep breath. And exhale. Shake it off a little more if you have to. And I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. And just tune into your breath. Might be a little elevated at this moment, and that's good, that's okay. Just tuning into your breath, and do your best to guide your breath all the way into your lower belly. Guiding your breath into your lower belly, and you may feel, oh gosh, it's only reaching midway, or maybe it's only reaching into your chest. And what I want you to do is just intentionally do your best to visualize or imagine or guide that breath reaching all the way into the belly. And a deep, slow exhale. And again, filling the belly, and you'll feel it filling the belly and then filling up through your chest. It's like filling a glass of water, but you're filling your glass with oxygen. So it fills at the base first and then rises. The belly expands. And exhale. And I want you to do your best to follow my words and either imagine or sense, feel, whatever it is that you can do to follow my visual guidance, my verbal guidance. And I want you to imagine as if you have roots growing from the bottoms of your feet. I want you to imagine that these roots are moving their way into the soil beneath you. Even if you have shoes on, they're magical, and they can reach all the way through your shoes, of the soles of your shoes, and then reaching all the way down. And I want you to tune in. Maybe those roots actually have color, or they have shape. Notice whatever you notice coming into your creative mind. And allowing in another deep inhale. And on the exhale, I want you to send that exhale all the way down your legs, all the way down your feet, through those roots. And this breath extends these roots. It's helping these roots grow deeper and deeper into the earth. And you can feel what's happening in these roots. Maybe you can even feel moisture in the soil. Maybe you can even sense rocks and different layers of the sediment. And I want you to take in another deep inhale into the belly. And I want you to send that exhale all the way down your roots again, and allowing those roots to extend even deeper. Maybe they're reaching through the layers of magma deep towards the middle of the earth, and they're okay. They can withstand this. They're just creative energy. They can move straight through the magma, and they're going even farther, reaching for the core of the earth. And now I want you to allow yourself to visualize or allow a visual to come into your mind or a sense into your feeling of what this core of the earth even looks like, or what does it feel like. We've been told that it's molten lava or iron, hot energy, but what if it's not? It could be. But what if your imagination or your senses tell you something different? Allow that to take form and allow your roots to keep growing deeper and deeper and connecting to this earth's core, however they're going to connect in. Allow them to plug in, anchor in, and connect to this core. And keep breathing, deep breath in. And exhaling through your roots, connecting deeper and stronger to this core of the earth. And with another inhale, I want you to bring that energy up through your roots now. Allow the earth's core to feed you with energy, with strength, with light, with love. Whatever it's feeding you with, draw that energy up through your roots. See it, sense it, feel it. Allow it to move up through your roots, up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, passing through, maybe even swirling through your hips and up your torso, up your body, all the way to the crown of your head. Breathing it in. And as you exhale, I want you to imagine this energy now pulsing and moving all around you. Feeding your energy with this self-sustaining, beautiful light, this beautiful energizing, uplifting energy that's going to allow you to be fully embodied this evening as you listen to the music and fully in your body so you can dance if you want to. You can move freely if you want to, if you feel moved to move. We invite you to feel good in your body tonight and enjoy all of your senses as this music comes forth. Be fully present with your breath. Be fully present with us here and now. Allowing in another gentle, deep inhale. Offering yourself some gratitude for gifting this evening to yourself and to your new friends, family surrounding you, for new community. And as you feel ready, gently and slowly opening your eyes. Fully rooted, fully anchored, yet fully fluid, yeah? Thank you for joining us in that grounding practice. Hope you feel a little more energized and ready to actually dance like these little ones tonight. I'm excited to see what comes forth. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. You want to say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Tunji's coming up next. He's going to invite us all into the musical flow.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Sarah. We hope to have Sarah do her full, I don't know if you've ever seen her do her thing with gongs and crystal balls, and it's really amazing. So we hope to have that here in the near future. Thank you, Noelani. Beautiful, beautiful music. Thank you so much. Thanks for Kendyl for opening the program. And I'm sorry I missed some of the services, so I gather it was gorgeous. I was dealing with figuring out parking, which is something I got to figure out in the future. But I have a clipboard here. This clipboard is about my new technique for gathering donations to help support the music and the event. We ask, when we do these concerts, we ask people to make a donation, and that money goes to the artists. Tonight's extra special. At the end of the year, we have quite a few performers. We have 3 bands in addition to Noelani and Kendyl. But special also tonight is food that we've never had a caterer here before, Elise and her crew. She's got 2 entrees going on and some treats, so go check it out. She looks like she's actually got a moment to help you right now. She thinks like it may have slowed down for a minute, so there's more people coming, I know. We're gonna start the other portion of tonight at 7:30, which is coming up. And we're gonna start out with the Barefoot Outlaws, super fun group that I am now part of with my friend Jeff Red, and we have Kiki and Tim. And then after that, the Mr. Suave and debonair Rick Smith will be treating us to music that he's put together. And following that, at the end of our night, to chill with everybody, we have Zen. Zen Chambers will be here, so stick around. If you haven't found it, or if you're looking for it, the bathrooms are down that path. We actually have a third option with a porta potty. It's not your fault, it's had to do with the floods, but we're all good. So we have that option down there. Let's see, I usually have a list of announcements, but my phone has died already. So I probably already said enough. Have I missed anything? I have to thank Jason Forrester, who's working triple overtime tonight. Normally he has one band and he can chill. He's starting it early and doing all this nonsense. That should be it, right? Parking is a mess, but we're good. If you have friends looking for parking, just tell them to walk. Walking is good. I think that's it. And we're gonna just have some chill music while we kind of get the mixed band set up and get them a little sound check. So, thank you.
Can't believe everything is so